Hey, good morning. God bless you guys. It's me, Derek Iverson Sr., coming back at you with another episode. Real Talk Amongst Man, Real Talk Amongst Mankind. Hey, I pray all is well with you guys on this beautiful, beautiful Friday afternoon. Hey, I want to get on here and share a quick word and a quick thought. I want to use the phrase, a hit dog will holla. A hit dog will holla. And I want to use my scripture reference coming out of Matthew 26, verses 20 probably through 28. And I want to paraphrase Matthew 26. Jesus is sitting there having a conversation with his 12 disciples, and they're eating, having supper, they're breaking bread. And during the course of them doing that, Jesus said, one of you 12 is going to betray me. Could you imagine sitting there eating, breaking bread, having a good time, and then all of a sudden the conversation shift? Jesus said, one of you who's sitting there at this table right here with me, breaking bread with me, fellowshipping with me, he said, one of y'all going to betray me. And all of a sudden they start looking at one another, start trying to figure out who was the one that is going to betray Jesus. After a course of time, Judas, the one who would betray Jesus, came to him and said, Lord, is it I? I thought about that, and the only thing I can think that will make such a person go do something like that was guilt. Guilt is something that you really don't want to have on your chest. Guilt will make you do some unthinkable things. And I got this whole thought from, I was looking at the internet, and the internet is in a frenzy right now. There's one reoccurring theme that keep coming up with all the internet and the bloggers. And they're talking about the story that Black Sam did an interview. Black Sam is Nipsey Hussle's brother. Nipsey Hussle was the rapper who got killed not too long ago in front of his store, his place of business. And the brother hadn't spoken really on the case since it happened, and it's his first time really speaking out. And great interview. I'm not really a Nipsey Hussle fan. I wasn't a fan of his rap, but I became a fan of his movement, of what he was trying to do for us community right there in South Central LA. He was doing things for the schools, the playgrounds, and the kids, and he was trying to be an advocate. He was trying to teach his community about business. That's a poverty-stricken community. Everybody there don't have a whole lot of money. They don't have a whole lot of resources, a whole lot of this and that. But here you have this rapper, this young man who grew up in that neighborhood, who basically was trying to pull himself up by his bootstraps. He was prospering, and he was doing things and trying to bring new ventures to the neighborhood. And he tragically got killed by one of his own, childhood, I can't say friends, but somebody who grew up in that neighborhood ended up taking his life. And the brother got on, like I said, and done a great interview. The brother never mentioned anybody's name. He never said, I believe such and such had something to do with it, or this person or that. He didn't say nobody's name. But all of a sudden, people are now talking again about the case and going back trying to reinvestigate the case. And seeming some people who felt like he was talking about them, all of a sudden they're talking. And the more they talk, the more guilty they look, in my opinion. If you know you hadn't done nothing, or you're not a part of anything, or hadn't been a part of anything, why would you comment on anything? Why would you even make a statement? That's why I talk to you about that guilt. Guilt is something else. You know, Judas came to Jesus in private and said, Lord, is it me? Because he was dealing with guilt. When you have guilt on you, it's heavy. It'll weigh you down. It'll cause you some sleepless nights. That's why you have people walking in the precincts and jailhouses all over America, turning themselves in because of guilt. And that statement is really true. A hit dog will holler. All you got to do is sit back. If somebody does something to you indirectly and you don't know that it's them directly, guess what? Sit back and watch. The truth is always going to come out. People's motives and the way they feel and how they operate and how they move is going to always come out. You sitting back thinking right now, well, somebody done something to me back in such and such, and I still don't know who it is. You probably know who it is. You probably just didn't even pay attention, because a person is going to always tell off on themselves. That's why I can watch my kids and know by me having a relationship with them and spending time with them and being around them, I can know when something's going on that is not right. And sooner or later, they end up telling the truth about it, because a hurt dog will truly holler. So I want to get on here and share that passage of scripture and share my little thought on what was going on the internet and different things like that. Because we do good to watch ourselves. We do good to watch how we move and how we handle people. You know, we do good to start paying more attention to those that are around us. 9 times out of 10, when something is done and people can't figure it out, it's usually done by somebody on the inside. See, Jesus wasn't got for somebody who was on the outside. He was got by somebody who was inside his camp. And Jesus made it known to them that he knew it was somebody inside his camp. Because what wasn't known to the disciples is Jesus already knew that this was going to go the way it had to go. It wasn't a shock to Jesus that one of his disciples betrayed him. But it's a shock to us when somebody in our crew that rolls with us does something to us. And that's why it's called betrayal. Betrayal is betrayal, and it hurts because it comes from somebody that you trusted. It comes from somebody that you have love for, that you would give your very last to, that you would withhold nothing from. But Jesus wasn't surprised because it had to go that way. Don't be surprised if somebody close to you betray you. Pay attention, be alert, and watch. The Bible talks about us entering into the last days to where man's heart will become calloused and cold. Well, we already in those days. We're already in those days. That's why we have so much black on black crime. We have so much crime against one another. The other people don't have to kill us. We're killing ourselves. Remember, a hit dog will holler. I pray that if this is your first time checking out the channel, that I said something that make you go back and be bereaved. Go back and read Matthew 26 for yourself. Go back and check out the story of Jesus breaking bread with his disciples, telling them that one of them was going to betray him. Go back and look at the actions of Judas, who betrayed Jesus. Look what he done. He went back and gave the money back, but that wasn't enough. That still didn't ease the pain of him doing somebody wrong. But then the Bible said that he went out and hung himself. He committed suicide because of the injustice that he done to somebody else. And again, to the story about the internet going crazy over the Black Sam story and him sharing his thoughts about what happened to his brother. He never mentioned a person's name. But all these people all of a sudden who thought he was talking about them start opening up their mouths and making themselves look guilty. Be very careful. Guilt will make you do things that you never thought you would do. Hey, and if you want to really check out more about that story about Nipsey Hussle and his tragic death, you can go over to my boy's channel, Hood Talk News, and he has a lot of videos over there about breaking down the case. We were on there talking about different things about what we thought about the case, just giving our opinion. None of us are private detectives or work for the police force or anything like that. We were just talking about how tragic it was for that young man to lose his life when he was trying to do something to better his community. So go back over there and check my boy out. Shout out to Hood Talk News, HTN family. Go over there and check him out. And this is your first time checking out my channel, and you like what you hear, I only ask a couple of things. If you're led, and only if you're led by the Spirit of God, I want you to subscribe to the channel. I want you to hit the notification bell for future videos that'll drop. By all means, leave a comment in the comment section. And you can share this video out if you think it's significant and to be a blessing to somebody else. Hit that like button on your way in or on your way out. And definitely come back and check me out again. Until next time, God bless you guys. Peace out.